Arsenal have won more games than the total number of games that Manchester United have played this season.
What would decide and what will make you a deserved winner is when you win on that final game.
If you look at Arsenal, they've tried as much as possible to close the shop and score when they need to score.
If Paris Saint-Germain come to the party and they play well, they defeat Arsenal. Yes, they deserve to win it.
Over 11 million people signed the petition, almost 12 million.
Because if you look at the team, there's no way you cannot win a title this season.
What they have is lack of balance, identity, and proper succession planning.
Because of the ego problem that is going on presently at Real Madrid, they need someone that can sort it.
Any little thing, they're already leaking one or two things on narratives in the social media and saying one or two things.
How would you, in your right senses, pick Bruno Fernandes over David Raya? If Arsenal win the leagues at the Premier and the Premier League, there is no better candidate on earth, more deserving of the Ballon d'Or than Declan Rice.
Welcome to the Home Talk Podcast, brought to you by Bet Niger, your home of Bet Boom. If it is interesting conversation, if it is fun banter, where we know they look your mental health, because you know they bring mental health for banter. So long as I say that football, nobody drag your shirt, but we enjoy ourselves. It is on the Home Talk Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I am joined by the usual suspects. And as a gentleman, I'll begin first by introducing the gentle lady. So sorry about what she has gone through. In fact, they get one point where she put up for her status, say, I need a hug. She said she need hug, deep hug for all the things where Madrid don't put her through. Ladies and gentlemen, very articulate, very expressive, and she knows her ball. Toyo, baby!
Now man, they do man.
Now man, they do man.
No person, they do person.
Oh, sorry,
Now you're looking at my status.
Sorry, consecutive seasons, no trophy.
Block it.
Okay, let me block it.
I'll block him.
Yeah, block me. Sorry, block me. Oh, sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, the man has traveled all around the world. He projects our football in the best light. And when it comes to grassroots, in the carry and for his shoulder, our very own Ojodu Fabrizio Romano, Pujano Romano, the one and the only Pooja! You are welcome.
Welcome to Boom.
Yes, congratulations to Ikorodu City. That thing that you want to do for us on the final day of the NPFL. Please do it.
Second season, we are going to the continent.
Yes, you will go to the continent and Rangers will win the title.
I want the winner.
He's okay.
I want the winner.
A man whose voice has become very, very loud because they are poised to win 2 trophies, God forbid. 2 trophies, God forbid. Ladies and gentlemen, a man who mesmerizes on the microphone. A man when it comes to sports commentary, pidgin, now he be the best for the whole Nigeria. And by the special grace of God, incoming champions of Europe, incoming champions of the EPL, the one and only Sawadinho.
I need to open my wallet for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
What will come out of the wallet?
Calm down.
Okay.
That's how you address a champion.
The champion incoming now.
Incoming champion.
No problem.
That's how you address
Champion elect.
It's okay.
champions elect.
We'll be here to remind you.
Wake up to Boom.
Make we no waste time. Make we go break. Once we come back, we'll enter the conversation based on the Home Talk Podcast.
Bet Builder, Bet Freeze, Wanna Bet Boom. Just another reason why Bet Niger is truly number one.
A wise man said, info, laugh info. I'll give you information that would help you. If you be person where say you they arrange your games and you they look for feature when go make life easy and without stress, Bet Freeze. Now new feature when Bet Niger don't introduce. Let me tell you how Bet Freeze works. Now with Bet Freeze, you go don't arrange your games. So you know how they do accumulator. You go don't arrange your games. But if you hear information when go make you look, say, this game when I carry, if he give me problem, like for example now, you carry PSG Arsenal. You can't hear say Declan Rice get injury, he no go play. Saka fall down, he no go play. Odegaard fall down, he no go play. Raya one catch stone, he break his hand. You can look and say, 4 key players out of this game. What do I do? If you use the Bet Freeze feature, you go lock that game. When you lock that game, it means say, irrespective of the outcome, because normal, you already carry say Arsenal to score 1 goal, because Arsenal go score 1 goal, PSG go score 3. But you can't look and say, if Raya no day, Odegaard no day, Saka no day, and Arsenal fit no score. But as you don't use the Bet Freeze feature, the thing go adjust the game for you. Meaning say, your odds go drop. Like, for example, if now 20 point something odds, if it drop to like 18 point something, but that particular game, no matter the outcome, nothing will happen to your games when you don't select. That's how bet freeze they work. So if you want it stress-free and without issues, use the bet freeze feature on Bet Naija and make things very, very easy for you. Comprehend? Let's go straight into the conversation, and we have to do him the honor because it's not easy. 36 teams, 2 left, 187 of 188 games, and they are 90 minutes away from winning the Champions League for the very first time. Sawa, let me just ask you first, how does it feel to play in the Champions League final after 2 decades?
It feels good. I remember the 2006 final like it was yesterday. Right, I remember where I watched the first half. I remember where I watched the second half. I remember what happened afterwards. I had a drama rehearsals. I was drama director at the time in my church. I seized the script that night.
Okay, because Arsenal lost.
I swear. I was angry. I went to rehearsals, and I was the first to get to rehearsals, and I was angry that nobody had gotten there. Even after what I'm going through, I went home with the script, and there was no rehearsals that night because I was the director. So I remember that day like yesterday.
All right.
It feels good. This is the 3rd or 4th European final I'm seeing Arsenal play. Unfortunately, the first 2 I've seen them play. Like I told you, the first time I cried for Arsenal was in the 2000 UEFA Cup. Then it was UEFA Cup, it wasn't Europa League. UEFA Cup final that we lost, and then the 2006 Champions League final, and then the Baku final. And
so you have cried 3 times now?
No, I didn't cry the 3 times. I cried 2. I didn't cry the 3 times.
Okay.
So this is the 4th final, European final. And hopefully this is the one that would change the story, because we've done 3 heartbreaks. This one will change the story. It feels really, really good to get here. I said it at the beginning of the season that we have the materials to win every competition that we are in. But it all depends on how the manager uses the team.
All right.
And the boys have actually justified that.
All right.
That they have what it takes to go all the way. So to answer your question, I'm elated.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to you. But hopefully we will remind you.
I'm elated. What are you reminding me?
No, I know you are elated. I know you are elated now.
Remind me what?
There's nothing wrong in
There's
reminding.
nothing to be reminded about.
Okay, it's okay. No, but God keep us alive.
Amen.
So, your baby, I'd love to ask you. We're saying 2 of the biggest teams in Europe.
Yeah, at the moment.
But which team do you think deserve it more? Looking at the quality, looking at the quality of both sides, so leave sentiment and emotion.
And they run.
Wait, leave run. Wait till
And they run in the competition.
Leave run. Una don't enter final.
Who
leave
deserve
run.
it the most?
Oh, yeah, who
No
deserves
matter
it the
how
most?
you look at it, it's not fair to say who deserves it the most. Whether you are from the Ligue 1 or you are from the Premier League or you had an easy run or a tough run. What would decide and what will make you a deserved winner is when you win on that final day.
Exactly.
It's as simple as that. If Paris Saint-Germain come to the party and they play well, they defeat Arsenal. Yes, they deserve to win it. And if Arsenal also do the same thing, whether they play around football or they go with the smash and grab kind of win, 1-0, did they deserve to win it? Yes. So there's nothing like who should win it if they are in the final. And the fact that both of them are in the final means that they've done so well to get there. They are the best team in Europe right now at the moment. So they need to knock each other out to now get that ultimate best overall team in Europe at the moment. And if it's Arsenal, all well and good.
Interesting. We're still going to come back to this conversation, but Pooja, let me just put you on the spot. Looking at the quality of both teams, PSG, Arsenal, who do you think will carry the day?
I think I would tilt to Arsenal because Arsenal have done 2 things basically good this season. They score, they defend well.
Yeah.
I think, if you look at PSG through their run in court, they've been vulnerable at the back. Concede a lot of goals. But if you look at Arsenal, they've tried as much as possible to close the shop and score when they need to score. So, and if you look at how they always talk about it, Sir Ferguson, they say the defense wins you the titles. And of course, they've done it even in the EPL. And if you look at the run, from even like 4 or 5 years, I think Arsenal have been the better team that have been coming back to back to back. And I think maybe luck will fall on them this season.
All right, interesting. Let's proceed. Luck will fall on them. Toyo, baby, second consecutive season, trophyless. And it is even worse now because you have players, including the captain of the side, who are kataefeing and portabling themselves and one person is fainting,
Yeah.
and they rushed him to the hospital. The club has fined both players.
Yeah.
I want to use Perez's suit to sew skirt and blouse for you now, and put you in the position.
Office.
Yes, put you in the position to make a decision. What would be your decision to salvage the present condition of Real Madrid?
Well, that will be next season. The things that you're supposed to do for next season. And first and foremost, with Real Madrid, they don't need to rebuild like many other clubs do or other clubs do. Naturally, they evolve. This is not the first time they'll find themselves in this position. Only that minus the old fighting. Maybe we've seen Robinho and Gravesen fight before. That's the only time I've seen them have this brawl in the training room or in the training ground. But then again, this is really abysmal, really poor. And if I'm Florentino Perez, the first thing that would, be my first cause in how to rectify all of these things that happen, because you would not deny that Perez also have a hand to play in all of these things too. First and foremost, Real Madrid, they don't have shortage of stars and they don't have talent problem. What they have is lack of balance, identity, and proper succession planning. That was something they did not do well. Don't forget, in 2023-2024 season, they won the league and the Champions League in one season, despite being depleted when it comes to injury problems. And they still won. That was because there was identity. And they still had the old legs or the old heads that were there to give you that calmness and maturity. Now, speaking of old heads, you have Modric and Toni Kroos that left. What was the succession plan for them? No problem. You have stars or talented players like Valverde, Bellingham, Tchouaméni, upcoming prospects like Camavinga. That's where you're supposed to focus on. You don't need them to be like Kroos and Modric. The obsession of wanting them to be the next Modric or the next Toni Kroos. And another thing, these two guys are mentioned, these two legends I'm mentioning, in fact, their intellectual brilliance in that midfield covered a lot of flaws for Real Madrid when they were reigning as midfielders. Don't forget, yes, let's not leave out Casemiro, but Casemiro was no longer there when they won other trophies, right? After joining Manchester United. Now, you need to build the team around Bellingham, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, or Valverde, whichever way you want to put the structure, or whether it's a midfield 3 or a midfield 4, right? Doing that gives you structure. If you look at the Real Madrid midfield now, they are more reactive than controlling the midfield. And that's something they need to take care of. Now you move over to the defensive structure. Real Madrid's defense is horrible. Horrible. You have Housen, you have Rudiger, you have the consistent injury of Militao. There's so many problems. Then the main captain, that's Carvajal, is never around. He's always injured. And I'm not saying these are excuses, because you have other teams that are also injured and, they still carry themselves well. So the defensive structure is also very poor. How do Real Madrid recover the ball when they lose the ball? It's terrible. It's also being reactive than being able to control. They cannot build from the back to string passes out of the defense. It's poor.
All right.
Now, moving on from that, you also now move on to Real Madrid need to move on from free stars. When I mean free stars, is you have too many stars that have too much freedom. Mbappe, Vinicius, maybe Rodrigo. These things structurally and tactically, they cause problems because 1, too much spaces. 2, they are stepping on each other's toes. And 3, it breaks the defensive structure. If you have too much free stars where there's no role, no responsibility. Oh, Mbappe, this is your job. This is what we want you to do. Vinicius, you are the one to make the sacrifice. Do this, do that. Rodrigo, you're supposed to do this. There is no defined role for any of them. You just let them, they are talented guys. They should have the initiative to do whatever they like and do that. You cannot have structure that way. And structure helps take care of chaos. At the moment, Real Madrid are being so chaotic, and you cannot thrive in chaos. When it comes to elite modern football, you need structure, and that's where Arsenal, City are thriving. And in fact, kudos to Paris Saint-Germain, they are also thriving because there's structure now. Because structure breeds continuity.
Right.
It breeds identity.
Right.
It breeds foundation. And that's what Real Madrid are lacking at the moment.
Thank you, Mrs. Perez. Una problem plenty. But it's okay. So she spoke about structure and, having so many talent that you just allow them enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
Some people accused Ancelotti of doing that.
Yeah.
Playing the fatherly role, allowing them to just enjoy themselves. Then we had Alonso who came in and wanted to exert authority. It can't be like, say, ego problems there. And now you have Arbeloa. Let me ask you, Pooja. The when they go down now and say, Mourinho, now he go come rescue Madrid from this canal where they don't fall into. Do you think Mourinho's tactics would function in this current setup and the way players play football in this day and age, especially given the status of Real Madrid?
Well, I think so. I think
you think Mourinho will be able to function?
No, I think Mourinho can come for a quick fix. Yeah, he's good for quick fix. You know, Chelsea, even Spurs, even Man United.
Yeah,
I think for the next 2 years, like Toyo said, they have to, let them have a blueprint. A structural blueprint on what we want to achieve with Mourinho in the next 2 years.
Yeah. Number
one, the level of, like you said, free stars, the level of indiscipline in that team is too much. You hear stories that, during Alonso, they were making jest of him. They're not, doing tactical. During Arbeloa cannot even talk to Valverde and to Ameni during the fracas. He was not even able to talk to them. So now imagine the level of indiscipline in that team. For you to do your fights, number one, the next training session, you still continue on that. That's why the fact that they've insulted.
They even said the manager put them in the same squad. So that at least we not go mark each other. Problems still there.
They still break their head. So what I'm saying is Mourinho is not the modern day manager. Yeah. Of course, we know the modern day managers. But because of the ego problem that is going on presently at Real Madrid, they need someone that can sort it. Because if you look at modern day managers, Alonso came with good CV as a player, good CV as a manager. He couldn't succeed. But you need someone that will use that higher hand, instill discipline, settle the, settle what is going on in the club, and of course let the next manager comes and of course continue. Right now, what they need for me, all the freestyle, I just believe that they lack discipline. They need a manager that can sort it for them, and Jose Mourinho can come for a quick fix. And I think the quick fix should not be more than 2 years. Set the ball running, bring a manager because if you look at the team, there's no way you cannot win a title this season. Even the Copa del Rey. They have the biggest of the biggest stars in the team. And like you said, the ego is not making them to work well. And who can break it for them is Jose Mourinho.
All right, Sawadinho.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
If there's anybody that can manage that ego in the dressing room, is Jose Mourinho. You understand? And we know that Jose Mourinho knows how to, protect his players, play into their heads. He wouldn't necessarily come and wield the stick. If he knows that you're a superstar, Mourinho knows how to idolize you, worship you. When Mourinho was manager of Real Madrid, Ronaldo does no wrong. If you like,
he had his best season.
Ronaldo does no wrong. If you like, talk about Ronaldo from today to tomorrow. Mourinho will protect him. Mourinho knows how to protect them. Mourinho knows how to give them the feel-good star, whatever you want. Yeah, he knows how to give you that. But at the same time, he knows how to put you
in your place.
You understand? So I don't even think it should be a quick fix. If Mourinho should come to Real Madrid now, he should stay there for 4 years.
No, that's not Mourinho for you.
No, I know, I get that, but I don't think it should be a quick fix. Because if you really want this, because right now that over 11 million people are signing the petition for Mbappe to leave the club, what are you talking about? You need a manager that would restore the confidence of the fans and the players and unite them again, because they had over 11 million people signed the petition, almost 12 million. And it should have exceeded that by now, as at the last count.
Yeah.
Signed the petition for Mbappe to leave the club. Fans, what are we talking about?
To play the devil's advocate, with Jose Mourinho, there is no middle ground. He's either bringing a cultural reset or is burning everything down to the ground. That's Jose Mourinho for you. Now, he rightly said something about in the past, and also he mentioned he's not a modern manager. In the past, yes, in the dressing room, the whole psychology plays into their head. They listen to him. Also, the public confrontation, they don't like that then. And of course, social media wasn't so an in thing then. Now, these boys, they shy away from public confrontations. Any little thing, they're already leaking one or two things on narratives in the social media and saying one or two things. And the moment you find out what's going on, you've already lost the dressing room. The things you said or the things you didn't say are already being misconstrued or being coined into something else. So maybe sometimes his methods might not work, and at the same time, they might just work. What Jose Mourinho offers you is stability in the dressing room. And yes, it's temporary. 3 years at Real Madrid the last time. He won how many trophies? He won the league, was able to snatch that, bet right from Barcelona against Real Madrid when it comes to the Clasico. And at least give Real Madrid some level of respect. That respect yourself. You're kings of Europe. Have that identity and that confidence in yourself that you can win trophies again. Even if it's European identity or DNA, bring it back.
All right.
But it could just be
all right. So Sawa, back to you.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Ballon d'Or. I know some people will say it's not even the end of the first half of the year. Why are you bringing this conversation? But Sawa, direct question. If Arsenal does the double, win the EPL, win the UEFA Champions League, do you think that Declan Rice should feature in that conversation?
Is there a better candidate? That's the question.
Bruno Fernandes.
Come on.
Bruno Fernandes.
Even the PWA that they gave him, the writers' award that they gave him.
He didn't win it.
They gave him, he didn't win it.
Come on now.
How would you, in your right senses, no, just be honest. In your right senses,
it's a slap on football.
How would you, in your right senses, pick Bruno Fernandes over David Raya? Man, no go Declan Rice. Over David Raya for your football writers player of this year? How would you, in your right senses, pick Bruno Fernandes over Gabriel Magalhaes? I'm not even getting to Declan Rice yet. How would you, in your right senses, do that? So they gave it to him.
Okay.
Let's leave that side. And you're talking about Ballon d'Or.
If Arsenal
for
wins,
somebody that has played lesser games in total compared to the number of games that Arsenal have won.
If Arsenal wins
Arsenal
the
have
UCL,
won more games than the total number of games that Manchester United have played this season.
we are not talking Manchester United.
No, I'm talking. You're saying Bruno Fernandes.
No, I just
Now, so if Arsenal
him.
wins the
you do
league
mistake.
and the champion, now you throw Bruno Fernandes.
Yes,
I mean,
now.
I went there. If Arsenal win the leagues at the Premier and the Premier League, there is no better candidate on earth. More deserving.
No better candidate
No
on earth.
better candidate on earth. More deserving of the Ballon d'Or than Declan Rice. The only people that will be challenging him for the Ballon d'Or should be Arsenal players as well.
One of Paris Saint-Germain players.
Come on now. Let's be realistic here now. Who?
I'm saying
Ousmane
competing.
Ousmane Dembele. See, there is only one. Okay, let me just give it to two of them. Harry Kane. No, Kvaratskhelia is not there. Harry Kane
and Dembele.
and Ousmane Dembele will only be the only people in that conversation.
Or maybe Michael
No,
Olise.
Olise is not there. Olise is not there.
No, forget.
Olise is not there. Forget this flair. Olise is not there.
Forget.
Olise is not there.
All right.
But Declan Rice deserves it. If Arsenal does the double, of course he deserves
And
it.
he should be competing with Arsenal players.
It should be.
Yes, it's okay. Thank
There
you.
is no goalkeeper now that comes close to David Raya.
See,
Yeah, he just won the Golden
it's the
Glove.
truth.
Baba, you cannot win the Golden Glove three
consecutive
times.
seasons. That's why Peter Schmeichel is hating unnecessarily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our own Victor Osimhen. But we never still win these two trophies.
We said if.
But you can't dey talk like say you
Hey,
don't already
now,
acting on your
yes, now.
But
Yes.
the way you respond, they can't be like say you don't already sure. You don't watch the final. Back to
Faith.
Osimhen, our own Osimhen. He has done well for Galatasaray. Carried the club on his back. Scored a brace where the game looked like they did not know what they were going to do. He got a brace.
Yeah.
Our very own Victor Osimhen. Now he has won the title consecutive seasons for Galatasaray. So people are saying it is time for a bigger challenge.
Yeah.
First, before we even talk about the bigger challenge, do you think that these people who are saying if you win these things for Turkey, it not go really get people talking? So you must go for the bigger challenge.
Don't leave me.
Yes.
So football is very complex, and it comes from two perspectives.
Yeah.
The player perspective and the fans perspective. And for the fans, they can say anything. They can say, Turkey is not a big club. Turkey is not blah blah blah. And when they say Turkey is not a big club, it went to the Champions League. For now, end of the Champions League, Osimhen will be the player with the highest MVP. He has won 4. And of course, they are in the league. They went to the Champions League and they broke record. What I'm saying in essence is, for us, it now boils down to the player. For Osimhen, if the challenge is enough for him to leave Turkey, if the player decides that he has not achieved enough in Turkey, he can stay. For the fans' perspective, from where we are coming from, we know that Turkey is not in the top 5 or top 6 leagues in Europe.
In Europe, yeah.
And Bill believes that this, you went to the Champions League, you done well, win MVP, score a lot of goals. You need to go to the biggest league. Week in, week out, not Champions League now, week in, week out, let the people see you. And the top leagues are the top, of course, the top clubs. But for Osimhen, it now boils down to what he wants. He did a live video immediately and said they are the rulers of Istanbul. They're going to win it back to back because they won it 4 times on the row.
In a row, yeah.
And they failed to win the Turkish league. So it's looking like we are going to win the double again next season. That is a player. But the fans believe that because Turkey is not in that big league conversation, it needs to move. Not really play in the Champions League, because if you move to a big club, you will still play in the Champions League. But so it's very complex. But on what he has achieved, 3 trophies in 2 years in Turkey, it looks like he has conquered Turkey.
Massive.
It looks like highest goal scorer for last season, highest goal scorer in the team this season.
Yeah.
And when they lost the last game before the final game, he said, through the camera, he said, we are going to Istanbul to win it. And of course, he scored 2 goals. And it looks like he has hacked, in quotes, the Turkish league. And if you want to believe that he wants to be in that conversation, because if you have scored a lot of goals, double figures in top league, you'll be in the conversation of the Ballon d'Or, 100%.
Interesting.
But what he wants for himself is different, but what the fans want is different. But I believe that now that he has conquered, in quotes, the Turkey, he needs a bigger league.
Now, let's talk about the big leagues. Crystal Palace in the Conference League final, Aston Villa in the Europa League final, Arsenal in the Champions League final. Has the English Premier League become the undisputed king of football?
They are getting there. Yes.
They're getting there?
Yes, they are getting there.
3 teams.
6 teams can go to the Champions League next season.
Yes, they are getting there. They're not going to be the first person to do so.
But they are the ones doing it now.
Yes, we
know. So the crown is now.
And that's why I said they are getting. Do they have any team in the Premier League that have won it 15 times? No. Do they have any team in the Premier League that have won the Europa League back to back to back to back? No. So yes, they are getting there.
All teams have passed away.
Yeah, I don't
Toyo,
care.
baby, we're talking on now.
History. You will like it. History is
Museum
still there, and you cannot rewrite history. It's still there.
True.
Yes, and that's why I said I'm acknowledging that they are getting there. In fact, in terms of coefficient, the Premier League is on top, and they are. In fact, they're even increasing the points more and more, creating
with
that.
Arsenal's progress. Emphasize it.
Okay, yes, with Arsenal's progress.
Exactly.
That's why Arsenal was even the reason why the 5th team was added.
Now you can pay her for her allowance.
Thank you for your efforts.
You can pay her for her allowance.
Thank you for helping the EPL.
But
Interesting.
yeah, it's good to see Crystal Palace in the Conference League, and you have to give kudos to Oliver Glasner for Crystal Palace. He has won the Europa League before with Frankfurt. He's doing it now with Crystal Palace after winning the FA Cup and the Community Shield.
And even after saying he's going.
He's going, yes. So that's going to be like
even though he's been very bad to my boy.
Well, he's just doing like his farewell. It would be lovely to sign off with the Conference League. And if you look at Aston Villa, you have Unai Emery, who have won the Europa League 4 times out of 5. He has won it for Valencia, for Sevilla. He's been massive. He's in fact, when it comes to Europa League and Unai Emery, the only time, that 4 out of 5, the only time he didn't win it was when he was manager of Arsenal. Even though he took them to the final.
You didn't have to say that.
Right? But that's history for you.
Yes, that's history.
So you have to also give them kudos for that. And for Arsenal, for the 2nd time in their history getting to the final, that's also massive.
2nd time in their history.
Yes, now. So yeah,
all right.
The Premier League, they are getting there.
Interesting. Let's also talk about a very, very competitive league, the NPFL. Because right now we are saying Arsenal will win, one more win. But the NPFL, until the very last day, you never sure.
Never sure, yeah.
You understand?
You don't sure.
You never sure. I tell
Play
sure.
home, you don't win.
Rangers travel to Ikorodu City that has not lost since lost at home since 2025.
They have lost. Rangers have lost. Don't worry.
Wait, let me land now. Enugu Rangers travel to do the undoable by the special grace of God and by the intervention of our governor. Wait now. Don't say it cannot happen. Rivers United
are playing at home
against Katsina United.
It's done.
Where the former president of Nigeria comes
that
from.
One
straight
is
win.
Done. Forget his straight win. It's done.
Wait now, Sawa, which one be is done?
Rangers have lost the league. The moment Rivers United won that away game against Wiki Tories, it was done.
Exactly.
The funny thing, the funny thing about MPFA is this, and this last game or games, I think 80% of the games are very important to both teams.
Of course.
Yeah.
If you look at Ikorodu City, a win will take us
To Continental.
We'll take them.
Most likely. That is if Shooting Stars
Fails to
win in Mina.
in Mina again, Niger Tornadoes.
Tornadoes.
And Niger Tornadoes as well in Mina. They can't afford to lose because if they lose,
Relegation.
they will go relegation.
Exactly.
That is why we saw that the game against Arsenal and West Ham was keenly contested
Yes.
because it's not a pushover.
Yeah.
So both teams need, and it's good because even as of now, only teams last game of the season, only teams are guaranteed of relegation.
Yeah.
Talking about I think Wiki Tories and Bayelsa United.
See, the biggest politics that needed to be played have been played. Abia Warriors Kun Khalifa. Abia Warriors won, Kun Khalifa won in Umaya 2-0 or in Aba 2-0.
Yeah.
That's the biggest politics that has been played. See, Ikorodu cannot allow Rangers win that game
I
here.
lie. There's something at
Ikorodu
stake.
cannot. There's something at stake for them Continental. Rivers United will never lose at home. They won't draw at home.
And imagine the two manager and assistants.
You know how
Finidi and Yema. They are title winning managers. The one with Eimba. So they know how to win.
They would do it. And what's their name? Niger Tornadoes Shooting Stars. That's the game we have to pay close attention to. Because Ikorodu will be looking at that game with one eye, knowing fully whether if they win, they should be in the continent as long as Shooting Stars does not win in Mina.
If there's any team that can do this in the NPFL, it is Enugu Rangers.
Okay, now.
The Enugu Rangers that defeated Mehala. When my dad gave Wahala to Mehala. Enugu Rangers, come on, fly Natello, fly!
Rangers will be
Go,
breaking
Power
the record.
Rangers.
They will be breaking the record.
That's not it.
They're winning the title in 3 seasons.
They will do it. Rangers, come on, we can do this. Now let's talk about the World Cup.
Yeah.
Because all of us they anticipate end of the EPL season, NPFL season. It's just like I said, the World Cup is days away. Days away.
Like 30 days.
And
Is it up to 30? Okay, yeah, today is 11th.
is this the least anticipated World Cup, Sawa?
It is because Nigeria did not qualify.
Because Nigeria did not qualify?
Of course, yes.
Are you sure it's just because
That's
Nigeria did
why-
not qualify?
It is. It is.
There's no frenzy around the world, though.
If you go to South Africa now,
It's
there
not
is frenzy.
There's
If you
no
go to-
friends in
if you go-
Nigeria.
If you go to Ghana, there is frenzy.
There's
For this same World Cup?
Yes. It is because Nigeria did not qualify. If you go to Ghana, there is frenzy. If you go to the US, Canada, there is frenzy.
Shakira dropped a snippet of the
World Cup.
World Cup song.
Banger is a banger now.
It blew everywhere.
It's a banger. There is frenzy everywhere. It's because Nigeria did not qualify.
It's because of the
Because if Nigeria qualified, you would have been feeling the buzz.
yes.
That is what happens when Nigeria doesn't qualify. You don't feel the buzz until maybe a week to the World Cup.
Let me say this.
Everywhere, every country that qualified, there is frenzy. Fans are beginning to jostle, book their ticket. Restaurants are beginning to strategize, doing partnership for viewing centers and all of that. The frenzy is on. That is the punishment for not qualifying. The World Cup is not the least anticipated. Everybody is on. Italy still wants to go to the World Cup via the back door. Yes, the whole Iran pull-out situation that ordinarily should, if you go by FIFA logistics and rules, if Iran officially pulls out of the World Cup, then the highest ranked team in Asia that has failed to qualify might be able to take that slot. But, I mean, if you had that conversation, Donald Trump, to his assistant and all of that, Italy has not qualified. So, I mean, Italy, I'm thinking in my head, in my Nigerian head, that, okay, FIFA should just say, okay, you know what, Italy and Nigeria and maybe highest ranked Asian team come and play playoff to qualify. You understand? There is frenzy. Lots of frenzy. This is the most expensive World Cup in terms of ticket sales. Guess what? Tickets have been sold out.
Maybe there's frenzy, but as far as I'm concerned, it's boring.
What is boring?
The soul of the game, it's not there, honestly.
How?
That's because we did not qualify now.
Wait.
Let me tell you. If we qualified, your soul will be there because there will be brand activation.
Exactly.
Yes, now.
everywhere.
She was tipped to go and do World Cup podcast. At least I know that information.
And your soul will not be there.
And your soul will not be there.
Is it now you want to put
this
your
was
soul
Supposed
there?
to travel to the US.
Yes,
I know about that information. And your soul will not be there. In fact, by now, I should have been writing to husband material. I write to inform you that from June 10, I will not be around.
You know the level of brand activation that
That'll be going on.
through DMs. You know the emails you must have sent.
It's because we didn't qualify. That's why you're not feeling it.
Because when I know that there's a frenzy is because Shakira dropped that video.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it blew,
I was a banger, and I think Bonner was in that song.
Bonner, yes.
It's a banger already.
it blew everywhere. So
Baba.
forget. Your soul is not there because of
Let
brand
me talk
activation.
about Neymar. Neymar. Do you think that
He should go.
Neymar should go? To
He
the
should
World
go.
Cup? He should be included in the Brazilian
He
squad.
should
It
go.
should. Although I don't understand the argument and the unnecessary controversy. Carlo Ancelotti has made it clear. If you are fit, you will be selected. But they are just trying to see the thing with Brazil. We know Brazil is like the national team of Nigeria, where everybody puts their mouth. They always want to make decisions via their sitting room or somewhere. They always want to just have one thing to say. He has said it clearly. There's no need to bring him for international friendlies because he has not been fit. Don't forget, since that ACL in 2023, he has not been the same Neymar. With Neymar, let's remove nostalgia and be very recent here.
Yeah.
Even for Santos, we're still seeing inconsistent match fitness. It's
Did
not
you
as
watch? Oh God, I forgot the position. The game
Where they needed a point.
after they booed him.
yes, we know he has
The game that he came to tell the fans.
that he was going to help them
that-
not to relegate.
Did you watch?
Yes.
Did you watch that?
Yes, we saw it, but after
See, let
that,
me tell you, I just want to place. I just want to place this thing across the table. Brazil at every World Cup, there is something we know about them: flair,
yes,
individually gifted
yes.
players. Right now, the
don't
entire
have
Brazil
it.
team, they don't have it.
Yes,
Imagine taking Igor Thiago,
as a striker.
Yao
Igor
Neves.
Thiago should be playing for Nigeria.
No, wait. Igor Thiago.
Yeah, nah, she's
Matheus
Yao
Cunha.
Pedro of Chelsea, and Gabriel Martinelli, and Neymar is at home for Brazil national team. Do I want to watch Bournemouth at the World Cup?
Like I said, take him. But it's up to Carlo Ancelotti to manage him. He cannot play all the tournaments.
I think in every team self, nostalgia has to even work.
Yes.
I'm telling
Take
you,
one person or
take
two.
one person that will give us, that will remind us,
Yeah.
so that Brazil will they watch.
He needs them. He needs to be there as a senior mind in the dressing room and someone that brings the imagination. They need him for that. But I will play every game in the World Cup.
I'm not
I doubt
saying
it.
it does that. No,
I
just
doubt
let
it.
us just know that we are watching Brazil.
No,
not
because
Crystal Palace
the
versus
Brazilian
Brentford.
fans are still hoping that it's the Neymar of old that is coming back. That will come and do.
That's why I said if I
Ronaldinho
remember the
levels.
position, I will say go and watch it again.
All right.
Because there are sometimes when players will say, "You see this ball, I want plan."
But if you know fit, he go there somehow now.
I believe him. Neymar is just 33, I be 34.
Hey, no be in age now.
You know what?
Now
Carry
in
and go
body.
first. Carry and
Is
go
this the
first.
real Neymar?
Carry and go
No
first.
problem. Final question now. I saw a video clip of Pep Guardiola ahead of the game between West Ham and
Yeah. Is it this one?
Now Curtis, now you don't join court.
I couldn't look say wait to even this banter when we they do here.
Yeah, be nice.
He be like say they reach there.
Everybody.
But Sawa, this
Yeah.
question is to you.
Yeah.
Has Arteta finally mastered that mind games when it be like say Guardiola sabi play am well, given what we have seen this season, or has Guardiola finally lost touch? Is something missing upstairs?
Guardiola has not lost touch. I have always said it that this Manchester City team, this present team, is not the
Manchester City.
that we have always known.
Chai.
Let us not forget, Guardiola did not know his first 11 till after the Liverpool match. The Liverpool 2-1 game.
Yeah. And that was even an ugly game.
That was an ugly game.
Yeah.
This is Guardiola that usually has his team locked in before the season starts, or during the season where he did not have a striker. He knew already that he was going to play false nine throughout.
Yeah.
That's the season that Kevin De Bruyne scored 15 goals in the Premier League. So he usually has his team locked in, but this man went 20 games plus. He has not discovered his starting 11. He was still tinkering with Tijani Reinders in midfield today. This one. Doku only picked recently
Yeah, second half of
of the season, and now it looks like he has found the nucleus of his team. You understand? So I wouldn't say he has lost it. On the other hand, I wouldn't say Arteta also has mastered whatever, because he also still makes some mistakes that almost can cost Arsenal. Even in that West Ham game, he made a mistake that would have cost Arsenal. You understand? But we were able to get over the line with it. The league is very competitive, no doubt. Pep is still Pep. He has one trophy already in the cabinet, potentially could make it 2 if he wins the FA Cup. Arteta also could potentially have a double this season as well. So it is just who just gets over the line, finds a way to get over the line.
Yeah.
But this Manchester City team is nothing to compare with the teams of the past. And they also have a problem going into next season. Bernardo Silva is leaving. And they'll still struggle again.
All right, interesting. Share your thoughts in the comment section, and remember, please subscribe on YouTube at Bet Naija so that as these updates then they drop, you go to catch up. You see, say when we talk of interesting conversations, now Home Top Podcast brought to you by Bet Naija, your home of Bet Boom.
Get explosive odds at random. Introducing Bet Boom. Get massive odds on any sports bet, however you play. Singles, multiples, in play. Zoom. It's time to boom your bet. Available now, only on Bet Naija.
Welcome to Bet Boom, where we share the most impressive Bet Boom slips. Tickets that are boomed on Bet Boom. Got your Bet Naija, stand the chance to win up to 1 billion naira. What in this thing mean now? Say you go on top of Bet Naija, you go play. Bet Naija go say you have been a good boy, you have been a good girl, and Bet Naija go boom your ticket. So instead of you to win 150,000 naira, Bet Naija fi boom your ticket to win 1.5 million naira. Not be church or evidence day as I dey talk. Now, this punter placed a stake of 2,000 naira on 60.81 odds to win how much? 145,942 naira 66 kobo, because Bet Naija will pay you to the last kobo. Bet Naija boom that ticket to 2,918,853 naira 29 kobo. Somebody shout boom! This next punter placed a stake of 1,000 naira on 68.03 odds to win how much? 74,820 naira 31 kobo. Bet Naija say get ready. Bet Naija boom that ticket to 748,293 naira 7 kobo. Somebody shout boom! This next punter placed a stake of 29,970 on 1.78 odds to win 53,382 naira 56 kobo. Bet Naija say wait, 53,000 I will make you a millionaire. Bet Naija boom that ticket to 1,067,651 naira 28 kobo. Somebody shout boom! This next punter placed a stake of 1,000 naira on 365.33 odds to win how much? 474,934 naira 88 kobo. Bet Naija boom that ticket to 949,869 naira 77 kobo. Finally, this punter placed a stake of 50,000 naira on 33.75 odds to win how much? 1,687,500. Bet Naija say, you see that 1.6 million? I will shock you. Bet Naija boom that ticket to 3,375,000. Somebody shout boom! Somebody shout boom! Somebody shout boom! Now only Bet Naija they run am. Boom. Welcome back to Home Top Podcast, brought to you by Bet Naija, your home of Bet Boom. It is the hot tip segment. Interesting games this weekend. Pay attention. We have Aston Villa, Liverpool. That game, the battle of the fourth position. Let them go. Man U play host to Nottingham Forest. Arsenal do not play until Monday against Burnley. And we also have the FA Cup final. In the Spanish La Liga, Atletico Madrid play host to Girona. Barcelona pursuing that maximum point record against Real Betis, and Real Madrid will play host to our own Akko Adams that came for Sevilla and scored the winning goal. In the Italian Serie A, Atalanta, Bologna, Inter Milan, Verona, and Roma versus Lazio. This one go quick because they want cement their position to play for Europe. In the German Bundesliga, Leverkusen, Hamburg, Bayern Munich, Cologne, and Werder Bremen at home against Borussia Dortmund. And in the French Ligue 1, Lyon versus Lens, and Paris FC versus PSG. Welcome to the Prediction Guru segment, where to be crowned a guru and win fantastic prizes courtesy of Bet Naija. All you need to do is to predict the correct outcome of 3 games. Now, outcome, I talk, what does this mean? I go give you 3 games. You go tell me which team go win, which team go lose, and which game go end in a draw. It is as simple as that. It not get anywhere when you feel win this kind of woof. When no be Bet Naija, take the games now. Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest. Aston Villa versus Liverpool. Paris FC versus PSG. Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa versus Liverpool, Paris FC. Tell me which team would win, which team would lose, which game would end in a draw and win fantastic prizes courtesy of Bet Naija. What are you waiting for? Begin to predict now and win and become a prediction guru. Let us now go to the Shore Banker segment now. Tell me how we should stake this weekend. Sawa, I need your input. Pooja, I need you to give us that your blessing that comes with sure winning. And so your baby, that your soft voice, just use it to give us what we need. So we have this game. Just tell me how we go. Brentford versus Crystal Palace.
Goals.
Brentford at home against Crystal Palace goals over 1.5. Then there's Wolves versus Fulham. Fulham away from home. Wolves already relegated, already championship Wolves.
They might still want to play for pride, so X2.
So Fulham win or draw.
Yeah.
Then Como versus Parma. People they sleep on Como.
Como at home, straight win.
Como at home,
They
straight
need to win
win.
their next 2 games to qualify for Champions
Yes,
League.
yes. Barcelona versus Real Betis
Barca straight win.
at home. They are
They've won the
pursuing
league.
no, but they are pursuing that 100 points.
They want to get that 100
points.
They've won
That's the
league.
record.
Before the Real Madrid game, they've gone 10 games unbeaten, 10 victories.
There
in
is
fact.
something that comes with the job has been done.
Inter Milan did the job. Went to Lazio, won
Because they see us
because then one
because-
also gets
Now-
goal scoring and points record too.
points.
When they said Bayern Munich, we have to score more goals to get to the more goals scored in a single season. They score 4 against Stuttgart.
Well, I'll be careful.
Win or draw.
Win or
So
draw.
maybe
we
win or
need-
draw
we
over
need half.
2.5.
We need half.
We need a half
Because
we
Real
need a-
Betis need that game as well.
Yes,
They
okay.
won the league.
We need a half. Inter versus Verona. Inter at home.
I think Inter
Inter
straight
straight
win.
win.
Okay, Inter
That's where
straight
they're
win.
going to give them the.
Yeah. Bayern versus Cologne.
Bayern will win.
Bayern will win. Then Lille versus Auxerre. People they sleep on this Lille. Oh.
Lille win it a half.
Eh?
Go
Let's do over 1.5.
over one.
That over one feel small.
Auxerre,
But Lille, you know, say Lille beat Monaco for Monaco home.
straight win then.
2 point something odds. Lille, they haven't lost, I think, in like 6 games. So
Yeah, goals. Go for goals.
okay,
Now, French
goals.
league.
So over 1.5. All right, no problem. Thank you very much, Toyo baby.
As always.
Thank you very much, Pooja,
Pooja baby.
aka Pink, aka
Pooja
Pink,
Yes, sir.
Pink,
Pooja baby.
Pink boy, Pooja Bobo.
Okay, call me Nicki Minaj.
Congratulations,
In advance.
Sawadinho.
Champions
Yeah.
elect.
By the special grace of
Incoming.
God, we will celebrate with you. We will not laugh at you.
Amen.
Because
Amen.
will not mock you.
We will not mock you. Okay.
The only reason why I want Arsenal to win is Sawadinho's blood pressure and mental health.
It
My
is
mental
that
health
piece.
is intact.
It's not
My blood
intact.
pressure is intact.
We can even sponsor him to the Maldives.
To do what?
To go and relax.
I don't want.
You don't want?
I want to relax in Ikorodu.
Okay.
Or you go to Port Harcourt and hit a ball.
I want to go to Port Harcourt.
Fisherman soup.
All right. Congratulations. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great one.
And you too.